listening to Syndrome with the Allies. This week, we turn the tables to interview Michael Huber himself.
The tables have been turned.
Michael Huber, I want to start off this interview calling you out.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I remember a young Michael Huber, production assistant at this time.
Okay.
Capturing footage, helping out with reviews, just assisting.
Okay.
As a production assistant does.
Yeah.
He said, I can do this for the rest of my life. I don't even care. I don't need to do reviews.
Yeah.
I'm happy doing this for the rest of my life.
Yes.
Do you remember that state of mind?
I do. I do remember that state of mind.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. Because now the weight and the pressure of reviews, and to like Kyle, you always talk about this.
Yeah.
Like, for the patrons,
Sure.
for the fans, it's higher stakes. Because they support us, I want to support them.
Yeah.
I love them. It's more like familial, family vibes.
Yeah.
Whereas like game trailers, man, you're just hiding in this big corporate machine.
Yeah, Huber, here's the thing. I believed that Huber. I believed that Michael Huber in that moment was absolutely telling me the truth.
Yeah.
I don't think today you would be happy doing that. I would think you would miss your voice.
I would, but at the same time, I love supporting. I love it. Because I acknowledge that, dude, like you and Ian, like you guys are like, in my opinion, creative geniuses. Like, I love supporting you in your endeavors, which I haven't been able to do lately because I'm doing my own, working on my reviews,
Yeah.
Rarely do I get to like lend a helping hand other than like, hey, it's be here at 2 to shoot this. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I love
that's all the assisting we can do. Sure. Yeah. But I mean, what I think is interesting, Huber, is since then you have become a personality. You've become an on-camera personality. You've done reviews. You've become a critical personality. And you've become somebody who has your own individual voice in this world of video games.
It's intense.
Yeah.
It's very intense.
Yeah.
Dreams come true, baby. Streets of Rage and Onimusha.
Right. And I think, Huber, what's interesting is there's like the void, there's a space in this space, in the video game space, where I don't know who else wanted those two games as much as you did.
Oh, there's got to be someone out there. I was looking at those reaction videos.
Yeah.
This guy had like the Streets of Rage box, like dancing to the music. It was
sure.
epic.
I mean, those two together. I mean, as somebody, a talking head on camera, an on-camera talking head who wants these two games as badly as you do.
Yeah.
Interview is happening, everyone. And so, yeah, Huber, I think you have like your own unique space, which I think is really cool.
Thank you, Kyle.
And I think it's cool you've developed it.
Thank you.
Do you remember reading your first comment? What is the first comment you remember reading?
Good question. It was it was good vibes, actually.
Okay.
It was Invisible Walls, and they had me and Megan Rue on to talk about Assassin's Creed.
All right. So Invisible Walls is back at Game Trailers. That was the podcast.
Yeah.
And it was weird. It would be news and what games are you playing recently? And you had just recently played the recent Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Do you remember which one it was? Was it 3?
It might have been 3 or 4 even, or like one was coming out. I don't remember the exact details.
Okay.
But me and Megan were on there to like talk Assassin's Creed because we both love it.
Sure.
And I was so nervous. That video is online. You can find that.
You and Megan and Shane Satterfield and Marcus Beer?
No, it was Marcus and I think Ryan.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you watch it.
Intimidating environment.
Very intimidating.
Okay.
Felt the cold vacuum of that room. It was like I was in deep space.
Yep.
But the comments were like, hey, I like these guys. Like, because Megan wasn't ever really on camera. So it made it a little easier too.
Yeah.
But they were like, hey, I get some more people on here. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I like it. Like, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Oh, that was the comment.
Yeah, it was like, hey, I like seeing new faces. I like these guys, like talking about Assassin's Creed.
And that felt good.
Yeah, it felt good.
That's when the itch started. That's when you said, I got to get on camera more. I got to do this more.
I never like strove to be on camera. I guess with Huber Hype, it was a reaction. It was seeing all the negativity, seeing all the bitterness, seeing all just like the jadedness of like things getting announced. And like, I think what really started it too was the constant comparing on the internet of like, yeah, it's not as good as that. Or like, oh yeah, that's not as good as that, so it's bad. Or like, oh yeah, it's cool, but it's not as good as that. It's always like never enough.
Yeah.
And that gets me more than anything. So that's kind of where Huber Hype started, where it's like, I want to just celebrate games, celebrate the hype.
Do you remember the first episode of Huber Hype?
Yeah, I think it was remasters. It was remasters.
It is, and that perfectly exemplifies this thing.
Yeah.
Is like people are negative about remasters,
Yeah.
they're rolling their eyes, but remasters are inherently good because playing games is so good.
Yes.
And that was a good episode.
The
yeah.
Shenmue remaster is like perfection.
It's not perfection.
It's so
It has some flaws. It has some flaws, but it's cool that it exists for sure.
I feel like it perfectly encapsulates what I want out of a remaster.
Sure.
Bringing this thing from the past to the future or to the present in like an untampered way. It feels like it did back then. So that's what I love. And like now everyone gets to play it.
Fills up your screen. You got that 16:9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Do you remember explaining that you're doing a show to your parents?
Yeah. On the phone. I remember talking to my parents. My mom is like way more into it.
Sure.
My dad is just like, oh, cool. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Like, oh, whatever. Yeah, cool.
What did it take to explain to your mom, hey, I'm doing a show now that has my name in the title and it's just where I talk about how much I love video games?
She was nervous.
Because of comments? Because of reactions?
She's just like, oh, like it's just going to be you on the front of the camera? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did you have any childhood tendencies to be a performer?
I mean, I feel like every kid wanted to be an actor when they grew up, you know?
Sure.
Did you?
Yeah.
Want to be an actor for like a year of your life when you were like 6?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's everyone.
It actually came later in my high school life, but yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to be an actor, and then I wanted to be a lawyer because my dad is in law. He's not a lawyer, but he does law, and my brother does law. So I want to do that. Can you imagine me? Corporate suit?
Huber, I can imagine you swaying some jurors. I can imagine you dominating a courtroom.
Swang jurors, yes. Oh, that's hype.
Reasonable doubt. Here, reasonable doubt. Objection.
A little bit of doubt. This much.
And the judge's like, gotta hear him out. I gotta hear Huber on this one.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah. I could see that.
No. Very early on, I wanted to do just anything in the video game industry. And that's why, you know, when I get game trailers, when I was like, I could do this forever. Like, that was me making it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I guess it's because of where we are now, where video game coverage is now. You have to be a personality and do it at the same time. There's not a lot of people who just write, who are just editing videos. There's a lot. You have to have a lot of these skills.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool that, you know, starting off where we came from, where we began is going back to that, where you developed. You know what I mean? You were able to develop a voice. Obviously, you are a unique voice coming into game trailers, coming into this whole thing. But yeah, I feel like, kind of like how you said, like you found a vacuum of positivity and you found that. I feel like that's kind of refined your on-camera personality. What would you describe on-camera Huber as today?
Loud.
You would just say loud? That'd be the first voice you would come up with, really? That's not what I would start with.
I would say loud. I'd say hyped.
Would you say sincere?
I would hope so. Yeah, I think so.
Because I feel like you bear your heart out. You know, I feel like you just open up your chest every week.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I hope people see that.
Yeah,
I say loud because I feel like that's like the reflection. That's what I see people.
That's what bums me out, man.
You know what I mean?
I don't like to see that.
So like
too much.
loud is the first thing that comes to mind because I'm like a loud dude.
Yeah.
So.
Because Hubert, like that's a thing. It's a thing that we're like I get upset when you get pigeonholed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When like Hubert acts as bears, and it's just like okay, but like Hubert's way more than that. Hubert has depth. You know what I mean? He's got layers.
Oh.
What do you hope to accomplish? What do you want? So you're at this point right here. You're at this. We're still launching, man. We're still really launching. Early in our careers.
We're still going up the Space Mountain track.
What do you see?
Dude, I want us to get bigger.
Yeah.
I want us to, for me, I feel like the end I feel like the end game would be like getting picked up by Kotaku and IGN and Polygon like on a regular basis.
Oh, you mean like a story that we have gets put up on there?
Yeah. Stuff like that, or like if like you ever go on the Wikipedia of a game and you go down to reception and there's like the thing of reviews, I want that to say Easy Allies.
Cool.
I want it to be Easy Allies right there. I want to say like Ben Moore of Easy Allies said, this about so-and-so game. It's like, all right, we made it, baby.
Yeah?
Let's go.
So that's the impact you want to have.
Yes.
Is on the legacy of video games in particular.
Yep.
What about Michael Huber?
Man, I feel like we're a group, though, you know? There's 9 of us.
Yeah.
We're Easy Allies.
But what is Michael Huber? You have your own show
I
here.
live
You have your own
I live and die with the Allies.
Why is that? Because you're a support class?
Yeah, we're together. This is a group.
Yeah.
You know?
But I feel like you are overlooking your own value as an individual.
I mean, we all contribute, in our own ways. So, like, I would hope that we're not going for individual glory. It's all for the betterment of Easy Allies.
Sure, but I want to know, Michael Huber, where do you want to become? Who do you want to be? What do you want to improve upon?
I mean, I always want to improve on reviews, I work with Ben and Blood and Jones and everyone, they do incredible work. I want to, like, reach that level. I've always wanted to edit. I feel bad that, like, 3 or 4 of us, like Ian and Don and Jones, have to, like, shoulder that burden.
Yeah, but that's the thing you feel bad about. That's not a thing you aspire to, man. What are your aspirations?
Dude, I want to edit.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's an aspiration?
It's like one of those, it's like, I don't know, like bucket list maybe, or like not bucket list. It's things like,
because to me, Huber, that's like, I want to buy a t-shirt at Walmart. And it's like, you can do that today, man. You can go edit today. You know what I mean? Like,
it's intimidating.
It's
not.
not.
How many things do you want to do that like you don't because you're like intimidated by it?
Yes. Many things.
Many things.
Editing is like buying a t-shirt at Walmart. I know you can do this.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's not. It's like easier than learning to drive.
It just seems like one of those things where like there's no limit to how good you can be.
Yes.
So it's like coming in this late. It's like, how do you? It's you're dead before you even start, kind of thing.
It's this, Hubert. It's this internet era, and I'm learning a lot of this through the stuff that I have to edit and work on and things like that. You can Google anything. You Google it very specifically. I have this very specific problem. 12 other people have that problem. They've all solved it. It's most of the time, any issue you bump up against, the internet's there to solve it for you.
That's true. Google it.
What do you want to do on Twitter? Who do you want to be on Twitter?
Just positive.
Just positive?
Yeah, like my tweets are just like something cool happens. I like something cool. Like put that out there. Like, spoiler free, of course. But like something happens on Better Call Saul, just like, 1 or 2 words about it. Better Call Saul. Like,
so somebody is out there talking something nice about Saul.
Yeah,
out there.
like
yes.
I want the creators to know they're doing a good job. I want other fans to be able to be like, yeah, like joining in on that conversation. That's when I love Twitter. Like, or when I watch something, like when I watch a finale and I'm loving it, and I go and like search Twitter and the hashtag. Like I love joining that.
You search for hashtags?
Only on like a big moment, like when something crazy in Shield goes down. I'll be like, all right, I'm straight up looking at the conversation on Twitter right now, live of Agents of Shield, like right after the episode.
I didn't know you do this. In fact, I don't know anyone who looks at hashtags.
Yeah,
this is interesting.
Really?
Yeah,
that's weird.
So, do you ever click like on some comments you like during Shield?
Sometimes random person, I'll be like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They're like, yep.
I like that. Yeah. That's the kind of thing I do like on Twitter is random likes. I like those kinds of things.
I wish I was better at like GIFs and stuff. That's it. That's what I want to do. Next level.
GIFs.
They're
easy. You search for them. You just click on GIF and you search for it. It gives you a GIF that's already super funny.
Like
without effort.
Like I want to get to a point where I can just make my own, Like I want to be watching an episode of Shield.
Okay.
Like I've thought of this many times where I'm watching an episode and I want to like cut a little part out and comment on it.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I want to do. How do you do that?
There's apps on your phone. You can make GIFs.
Where you can just like record the TV?
Yeah. I did it once. Yeah.
Okay.
I should do that more too.
Look for that.
Yeah,
look for that.
Look out for that.
That's going down. Next
if
level.
you want audio though, you just got to record a video, and you could upload videos to Twitter as well.
Just the
GIF. No audio. Yeah.
Can you add subtitles to it? How do they do that?
Yeah, there's
Next
apps.
level?
Yeah, I think that app's gonna be a little more expensive, but yeah.
You can just buy it?
Yeah, there's GIF apps.
I'm up in my GIF game.
Yeah.
It's going down.
It is the easiest way to do it is I think on your phone because you just like blop blop. But yeah, I guess if you're running it through your PC, you can just screen capture and all that. But why?
Why do I want to do that?
Well,
why would you do
Why would you do all those things?
Yeah.
Hubert, the reason I ask like who you want to be on Twitter is I'm curious about I guess your evolution as an internet personality.
I honestly, man, I never really think about it. The only thing I think about are bad comments.
You think about bad comments?
Yeah, like
Why?
reviews and stuff. Like it hurts.
Which one hurts?
Dead Cells recently. Everyone was criticizing my score for just being a little low.
Because you were a half point off?
Yeah, half or a full point. And just like, but it's the criticism that makes sense where it's like you could do better. You could explain better why you gave it an 8.
So it's not about the score necessarily.
Yeah.
It's about the way that you felt like you wrote out the description of the game.
Like it read like a higher score, and that like gets me, That doesn't hurt as much as like that drives me, that makes me want to be better. But then there's ones that hurt me of like, just comments over the years. You know how it is. Like, who's this loud guy? Like,
No, Hubert, those words, who is this loud guy? It hurt my heart because when I asked you to define yourself, you said loud.
Yeah.
You're letting those into your mind.
I know.
Because it's the mirror. It's the reflecting back on yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes you want to give people what they want to. So you want to be the loud guy for them. You want to be the hyped guy for them, and it's just, you live in an interesting spot, Hubert, where you have to deal with expectations. Video games have to deal with expectations, but even you, as, hey, Streets of Rage 4 was just announced, I got to see what Huber is saying about it. I got to see his face.
Yeah.
I got to see his words.
Yeah.
How do you deal with those things?
I just tweeted it out. Just the good vibes of that one.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, we were here at like 3 a.m. when the Shenmue trailer went down, and it was like a small trailer.
Yeah.
It was nothing major. Like Lon D came out, and I like freaked out. But other than that, it was like okay, and just some people were like, "That's it." Like, he doesn't seem hyped. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Yeah.
And it's like nothing's wrong. Like, it was just a small trailer. We got the release date. Everything's good. Freaked out about Lon D, but like, that was it.
Yeah. And I mean, how do you like, do you feel bad about that? About your reaction to
sometimes I'll be like, maybe I could have been more hyped. Yeah.
But you never should, right? Exactly.
But I'm not
you have your
forcing
chest open.
Exactly. I'm never forcing it. It's like, oh, maybe I wasn't as hyped as I could have been. I don't know. But like, that was all I had at that moment. I just pour it all out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because that's the thing here is you say you want to be only positive, right? On Twitter, you want to be only positive. On the show, it's about positivity. But when you're actually reacting, when you are expected to be yourself in a live moment, you can't be nonstop positivity.
So, like, that's another thing is the comments of, oh, Huber just likes everything. That's the other one.
Oh, sure.
The bad one.
Yeah.
Huber just likes everything. Like, oh, of course Huber likes it. Like, oh, whatever. Like, and it's like, I just like a lot of stuff, I just like a lot of stuff. And, to quote Ian Hink, it's like, I'm not going to waste my time with things I don't care about. So it's like, I'm not even going to talk about those things. I'm not even going to worry about them. I'm just going to focus on the things I love and the things I want to talk about. So that's what I try to do.
What do you hope for with Huber syndrome?
I want it to be like the old days in an office. I'm hoping the studio takes it to that level again. It's been very isolated. That's why I've really loved these, because it's been with you guys.
Yeah.
That was like, when Huber Hype started, it was so fun. If I did an episode by myself, I still was there capturing and talking to you all about the episode and the games and why I chose which games. I loved those conversations. And also just like having you guys in the room when I do it, or like grabbing you for certain parts,
Yeah.
I love that. And now, because I film it at home with Dawn, it's like, it's cool with co-op with Dawn. Obviously, we have like our own co-op thing.
Yeah.
But we do feel a little removed from, Easy Allies as a whole. So I want to get back to that like connective vibe.
Collaborative vibe. Yeah,
vibe.
just like working together on
Yes.
these things. I absolutely get that.
Yeah.
Was it weird to show your house to everybody, to show your actual living space? Was it weird to show that to tens of thousands of people on the internet?
No.
Why not?
I don't show my bedroom, so no one see my bedroom. But like I can show my living room.
My role too.
Yeah, no
Nobody
bedroom.
sees my bedroom.
Shut that door.
Yep.
But like, you know, the living room, it's like I live in an apartment, like whatever. Here's my kitchen, here's my sofa, you know, it's like whatever.
I don't know. I think that's unique to our era. You know, MTV Cribs, we got to see some living rooms of celebrities, right? But we're not celebrities. We're basically, we are people with voices, you know? We're people with a community. But people get to see you living in your own space. I think it's bizarre.
It's intense. It's, you know, I'm married now, so like when she's home and I'm doing stuff, she kind of has to like go to the back of the house. I feel terrible about that all the time, you know? Like,
yeah.
We'll have to like, you know, get all the, like we get food together. So like we'll go like get chips and Coke and like put it in the bag, you know? It's like her little stash of
Oh, so you're like
goodies.
prepping her. You said, I got a long stream ahead.
Yeah.
Let's stock up.
Let's stock up. So she'll always have like, you know, a book or two and like she reads like crazy and just like have a bunch of food in the back of the house for her.
What does your wife think of your career?
She loves it.
Yeah?
She knows I'm living my dream, loves it. You know, anytime I come home and I'm playing a game, she loves that because like she reads a lot of books.
Yeah.
So like one of our favorite things to do is like she'll be reading a book and I'll be.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
Did she give you any notes on your performance?
No, she'll like, it's really funny though because she doesn't really know like anything about games. So we'll be playing something and she'll be like, it'll be like I'll be playing a remaster and she'll just be like, this looks really bad. Because it's like just off visuals, you know?
Right.
It's like,
and she's used to seeing crazy stuff happening.
Yeah.
She's God of War, right?
Yeah, God of War, Bloodborne.
Yes.
Bloodborne is her all-time favorite to watch.
Wow.
Yeah. Loved Bloodborne.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So were you happy when she wants to sit and watch Bloodborne?
Yeah, dude. Boss fights, just like... But she also hated it because anytime like you'd get stuck on a boss, you know? I'd be like, ah! So she'd hate like seeing me like that.
Oh, not realize that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody
shit,
freaks. Yeah, yeah.
You know? It's like, died on this boss.
Yes. Screaming at Bloodborne is normal, but it
Yeah.
must look insane to anyone. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, oh, what does this game do to you? Like, oh my God.
Did she ever say anything nice about a show you've been, any on-camera performance that you've ever done?
Loves the E3 ones.
Really?
The most.
Loves the E3 what's? The episodes?
The syndromes, yeah.
Oh, the syndromes, cool.
Because, again, that's my favorite thing, is just feeding off people, Kyle. I love it.
So you said you really got to see this one. This one's good. I want you to watch this.
Every E3 one, yeah.
Cool.
She, like, looks forward to that one.
Nice.
Yeah. And, like, PSX, and, yeah. It's my favorite.
Did she ever watch anything you're in that she did not like?
No. Sometimes I've prefaced her where I'm like, I don't really like this one. Like,
Oh, check it out. I
yeah,
want
I
some
hope people
confirmation on
don't
this.
take this the wrong way. Like, I said this, but I really meant this. Because she knows better than anyone that, like, I have a hard time saying exactly what I mean. Like, sometimes I'll say something, but I'll mean something else.
Sure.
Happens all the freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, I think it may have come off that way, but, like, I see that you meant that. So it's like that happens once in a while. Like,
But like, she's a very supportive figure in what you're doing here, which is cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
The most.
That's
The
really, really
most
nice.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. It's not easy to do the hours that you have to do. It's not easy to have a camera in the living room. You know,
Yeah.
it's not easy. It's not easy to
It's
have to
unfair,
be exposed
really.
to things like that.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
Like, again, like banishing, we say, like, she jokes around. She's like, you're banishing me? Like, as a
But
joke.
like, kind of are. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm banishing you. Like,
Yeah.
I got to film here. Like, it sucks.
Yeah. Do you see that as? Do you see that like she could be in the background? You know what I mean? She could be in the background reading a book. Do
Yeah.
you see it as almost as like protection, as just like I don't need you to deal with the stuff that I have to deal with?
She's really shy. It's been her choice.
Yeah.
Recently, not to get anyone all hyped up or anything,
Okay.
take it with a grain of salt.
All right.
She's very shy. Recently, she was talking about, because she wants to grow like her social media and everything.
Great.
Recently, she was like, would you be down to do like a book episode or something, or like a book show? And I'm like, dude, anytime
Yes.
you want to do anything,
Yep.
100%, not even a question.
And you know this community will be so behind her too.
Yeah.
That's like such a
100%.
leg up.
That's
yes.
what I've told her too. I'm like, dude, our friggin' patrons and our viewers are so amazing.
Yes.
Like,
Some of them like books.
yes.
Certainly 3 at least.
And she's so, dude, her fingers on the pulse. Another Ian quote. Her fingers on the pulse because she reads everything, and like so many things are being made into TV shows, being made into to movies like all the time. Like Sharp Objects, she read like 4 years ago. You know?
Yeah, all right.
She just knows. She knows it all.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Weird thought I just had is Hollywood, Hubert.
Hollywood.
Do you ever think of where you live at is Hollywood?
No.
Why not? Like, you're so close, man. You're in LA. Yeah.
It's central.
You're where showbiz happens.
Showbiz.
Despite this flying around in our garage, this is showbiz, you know? And so your perspective is not that. You think of, how do you think of where you live? Where are we?
Just LA.
Yeah?
I think of it as one giant, big, blah.
Yeah, I guess it's weird, you know, because you grew up in Orange County.
Yeah.
To me, LA romanticized my entire life. Nothing made me want to move to California more than the OC.
And the glamour.
Yes. The OC and that song is like, okay, when I grew up, I'm going to California.
California.
Yeah, which is funny.
Bring your surfboard.
When I went to college, I'm like, okay, I'm moving to New York. I'm a New York guy. And then I just ended up going to California anyway. Couldn't make it in New York, Huber.
Did you do stand-up in New York ever?
I did improv in New York, but not stand-up in New York.
Dude, improv in New York?
Yeah.
Sick.
No, but like not
How close
big,
to home does Miss Maisel hit?
Oh, I love Miss Maisel.
How accurate?
How accurate? Who knows how accurate that is? Like, I absolutely get, even just from some improv and some stand-up.
Yeah.
I get those vibes. I get that the grind, you know,
Yeah.
that's what I really like about Miss Maisel. It's about the grind. Yeah. It's about not being funny immediately. I love seeing her failures.
Yeah.
And I love seeing her blame the audience. It's like, it's not the audience's fault. Like, that's normal. People bomb. I love that it's like that side of the Hubert. To me, that's like one of my bummers about Seinfeld is the show's never about Jerry being a stand-up comedian. In his efforts to actually like come up with material and his efforts to do his job, it's all like so ancillary to his life. He's just like, yeah, it's my job. I'm a comedian. I'm very good at it. It's like, okay, all right, Jerry, but like, who are you?
Yeah,
Jerry Seinfeld.
I never thought of that.
Jerry Seinfeld never opens his chest, man. He's just like, yeah, I like Superman and cereal, but like, what else, Jerry? Like, what's your deal, dude? What are you scared of?
Oh my god, dude! Don't ruin Seinfeld for me.
I mean, it's still a good show. You know what I mean? It's still a good show.
You're so right.
But yeah, that's Jerry Seinfeld to me. Lacks a level of humanity, despite
he's
him,
like too perfect.
Yeah. Despite him being so open and having clear flaws, right? Like, created the whole like, never happy with the person you're dating, even though they're mostly perfect. They have one flaw. That's like Seinfeld's thing, you know. Hubert, you like Seinfeld, the show?
Love Seinfeld.
We've talked a lot. You hate comedies.
Chat made me realize though I'm picky about comedies.
Yeah, you're picky about comedies. Yeah. Like, I'm picky about food, you're picky about comedies.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld, Culmination.
Yeah.
Even Friends, How I Met Your Mother. Love How I Met Your Mother. Good one. All right.
It's hard. You're making it harder for me to draw
classics.
The connections. Is How I Met Your Mother a classic?
Dude, it's a classic. I'm putting it down. It's legendary.
I feel like the show is a classic to people 3 years younger than I am. Which is about where you're at, right? Are you 29 right now?
31.
Okay, all right.
Just had a birthday.
So you're 1 year younger than I am.
Yep.
It's a classic to people who are 1 year younger than I am.
Trying to think of other comedies.
You like, you said Curb, yeah.
Curb's the best.
Yes.
Curb's like my all-time favorite. Number one.
What's the hardest you remember laughing at your television screen?
Oh, man. Maybe when I was a kid, like Mallrats. Mallrats as a kid.
That busted you up?
Was like my favorite comedy. Yeah.
Were you the kind of kid who would recite lines to friends?
Not really, no. Only not comedic lines.
Yes, that's what I mean is comedic lines.
No. Only like badass, like Lethal Weapon lines.
Were there kids like that in your Orange County schools who are just like, who is that her? Did you have kids who were like that?
Not that I remember, no.
That was my entire school, dude. And I wonder if like OC kids are just cool. Were you cool? Was your whole high school cool? Was your whole middle school cool?
Brad was cool.
Yeah.
Brad was cool. Hung out with Brad.
What were you in the yearbook? Did you have a superlative?
Yeah, it was epic. Epic was my word. Before hype, it was epic. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, were you most blank? Most.
No.
Oh.
No. No. I don't think I got any of those.
Were you invisible in high school, you were?
No, but I was friends with people from every group.
Nice.
So I had friends that were like jocks and friends that were like the nerd. You know, I don't like to put labels on all that shit, but it was like, you know, when I went to high school, there were clear.
Did you have any clubs?
Groups of people. I was never in a club.
Huh.
But there were like groups of people. Like we had the giant quad and like everyone hung out in their own little area.
What is a giant quad? Help me
It's like
help me think of what an OC high school is like.
Giant like overhang thing. Couple buildings on each side and just like rows and rows and rows of tables.
So an outdoor cafeteria.
An outdoor cafeteria, basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Then you would go inside and then come out with your food.
Would kids smoke out there?
Not that I know of, no.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like behind there were like lockers and then like field and bleachers. It was like that area.
Did you ever hurt anyone in high school?
Never hurt anyone. Never hurt anyone. Got thrown down one time.
What were you doing?
We were like arguing about something, and this kid like threw me down. It was like off campus though, but I don't remember. I don't remember the details.
Surely you remember the kid.
I don't remember who it was even.
You don't remember who threw you down?
I don't remember. It was so long. It was nothing because then he helped me up.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't
cool.
like a. It wasn't
Yeah,
like a let's fight type of thing. It was like threw me down, helped me up.
Do you remember your worst dance? Your worst high school dance?
Prom could have gone better because I wasn't into it.
This is your second year of prom or first year of prom?
Senior year prom.
Okay.
I was just like over it.
Why?
You know, too cool. I was trying to be too cool.
You were too cool for prom?
Yeah.
So what happened?
I was just like trying to rush it. You know, I was like, yo, like, let's go type of thing. I had been dating this girl for like years. So like it wasn't even like a big thing because we had been dating for so long, you know?
That's a huge thing.
I know.
What grade is she in? Was she in the same grade as you?
Same grade.
And was she over prom too?
Kind of. Not as much as me, but like I could have been into it more, you know?
I know, because
regrets.
The Hubert we know now is into prom.
Into it, dude. Yeah.
The Hubert we know now would treat that woman right at
Yeah.
prom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, I treated her right. I was just like a
No,
little...
you were like looking at your phone, the camera,
looking at the watch
the whole time. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah.
I regret it still.
Yeah.
But I mean, we dated for like years, so it wasn't like it wasn't you know, I'm gonna take this random person and then be like a grump about it. I wasn't a grump. I wasn't bad. I was just like, I know that my heart wasn't as into it as it could have been.
Yeah.
You know,
Where was your heart at that time?
I was probably thinking about like video games or something.
Really? Was it video games?
Probably.
That's really interesting. So, I mean, senior prom, I think you know which college you're going to at that point.
Yeah, she was going to a university in Irvine.
Okay.
UCI. And then I was going to community college.
Wait, so when did San Fran happen?
Like it took me like 3 years in community college.
Oh, okay. Cool. I didn't know this part. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Community college for years because of math.
Wait, so what was your degree in community college? What were you going after?
Just my AA.
Which is what?
You're like your normal like general ed, math, science.
Sure. I imagine you have to talk to a counselor though and say, "All right, this is my path.
Exactly.
This is where I'm going."
Yeah.
What did you say?
I just needed. I'm like, yo, I want to go to San Francisco. I want to do journalism. I want to get into
so that was your goal even after high school?
Yeah.
This is your goal for a long time.
For a long time.
When did that become your goal? When did you know?
Like in high school, right after high school, like right around that time. Right around when I didn't take prom seriously enough.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
What was the click? What was like, that's it, man. That is what I want.
Really being obsessed with Roger Ebert was a big one. And Ben is obsessed with him too. I need to talk to Ben more about Roger Ebert.
Sure.
Just Roger Ebert. I've always loved Roger Ebert.
Yeah.
I always liked him, but then I like after high school and when I started like pursuing like to get to a college, then I started watching movies a lot. And then I started like my friend really got me into would always bring up Roger Ebert, like religiously would always bring him up. I'm like, yeah, Roger Ebert's great. But my friend really like opened the door to me like to really acknowledging him as like the best, you know.
So what would you do? You'd go back and read old reviews?
I'd go back and read old reviews. I'd go back and like watch a movie, and then like I had a little journal that I would do where I'd write like one paragraph things and like then read Ebert's and kind of like compare.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you what
barely did any of those though.
Do you remember one movie you did that for?
Unforgiven.
So you watched Unforgiven, you took some notes, and you wanted to compare to Ebert.
Yeah.
How'd they compare?
Well, Ebert reviewed it twice, which is really funny.
Okay.
So like the first time he like wasn't as kind on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time he was like, it was like a retro review. It was like, yeah, I was in a bad place when I wrote that. That again is like so eye-opening too.
Yes.
Because it shows how human he is and like made me realize like, you know, that human side of it, like you carry your emotions wherever you go. So it's like you carry your emotions into a review even.
Yes.
You got to like not push them all aside, like acknowledge that they're there, but don't let them control the review.
You think about Ebert, he had to do 10,000, he had to deal with 10,000 times the stuff that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't have live comments all the time. But I mean, he was on TV, right? Even Ebert had to have this dual purpose of also having to be an on-camera personality by the time Siskel and Ebert's a TV show.
Yeah.
And has to develop that as well. Even though he's a great writer, it's like, okay, now I have to be on TV. I got to learn how to read teleprompter and talk on camera and shine.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Love it.
So what doesn't connect here, Huber, is you respect Ebert big time.
Yeah.
You're loving his stuff. It's end of high school. You're like, okay, I want to do what Ebert does. But you said, but with video games.
Yeah.
So why don't you just do movies?
Movies, I that was a thought too. A movie critic.
Yeah.
That was definitely on the docket.
Sure.
You know? But I was always obsessed with game magazines growing up too. I think that's a huge part. Like I subscribed to GamePro, PlayStation Magazine, PSM, PC Gamer, Game Informer, like my whole life.
You had all those subscriptions coming in monthly.
Monthly. I would get like 5 or 6 magazines a month every month.
Yeah.
And just pour over those things.
Yes.
And that's really like PC Gamer specifically too. Love PC Gamer.
Would you like the previews or the reviews
all
or
of it.
just
all of it? I would love the little banter in the beginning and the back about random things. Would love the previews. Love the storytelling. Would love how they frame it. You know, talking about a game like talking about God of War in a way where it's like a story where it's like, you know, as you sheath the axe and you walk into the frozen wastes, like an enemy appears, like a preview like that. Man, I love that
how
stuff.
good were multi-page previews?
So
dude.
good.
They're so hyped. Yeah.
So good.
All right. And so you told your parents this is what my goal is on journalism for video games.
Yeah.
And they were cool with that too.
Dude, the most supportive. Like forever.
What about your prom date? What did she think about that?
Loved it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, we're at good terms.
Are you on good terms?
She's married.
Uh-huh.
Like my high school, we dated for so long. I talk to her once every like year or two.
Does she watch your stuff?
Has seen stuff, but like probably doesn't watch it regularly.
What did she see?
Probably like a review or like a syndrome probably.
Do you want her to like it though, right?
I want everyone to like it.
Yeah. But I feel like even like if you imagine here's where I'm coming from. Yeah. Is I want most people from my school to not know what I'm doing. Like if I imagine them watching the stuff I'm doing, I become super self-conscious, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a way that it's just like, I guess there's a competitiveness. Do you know what I mean? There's like you want to be doing great. You don't want to have any flaws. You want to be either invisible or, you know, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you ever in that space?
I am the least competitive human, dude. Like ever. Like I don't like competition.
Yeah. We've seen that when you play video games even.
Yeah. Yes. Like I like co-op and I like watching competition. Like I watch the Dodgers. You know, I like watching you guys battle it out in tournament night.
Yes.
Like freaks me out. I don't like competition. It's too intense, too aggressive.
Yeah.
I hate seeing losers, you know. Someone's got to lose. Like, dude, you know how much I love the Dodgers. Like I bleed blue. Been a Dodger fan my whole life. Even when the Dodgers beat someone, they're still like, you know, if we're like ganging up on a pitcher and we like score 10 runs off a pitcher, I still feel bad for that guy, you know? It still like hurts.
No, that's too crazy. That's over the edge for me.
You don't ever feel bad when the Giants like beat someone in a...
Never. Never. I feast off those tears. If Tom Brady's crying, I'm happy. That makes me so happy. I think there's a difference between you and I. I think we can both be compassionate people in certain ways, but the way that you feel that is really interesting to me.
Yeah. Seeing like some young pitcher come up and just getting rocked. Dude. Vin Scully like talking about their life too, like, you know?
Yeah.
It hurts.
Would you ever consider Vin Scully an influence?
No, because I that's like a dream that I don't feel like could ever be a reality, honestly. Like broadcast journalism for me, like a sports broadcaster. I could never do that. Or like I can't see ever getting into that now.
I could see. I think the hugest barrier there is knowledge base. You gotta be able to pull stats, pull names just off the.
Too intense.
Just a snap. Yeah.
Total role model though, for sure.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I feel like there are broadcast heroes who don't necessarily do what you do, but still like influence the way that you present yourself and go forward.
Yeah.
Like Vin Scully is one of those people.
Definitely.
What do you learn from him?
Empathy. That's my favorite Roger Ebert quote, is that movies are empathy machines, and we get to be inside people's shoes.
Are video games empathy machines?
100%. That's why stories are my favorite things in video games.
Yeah.
That's why I love so many games. That's why I like so many characters, even characters that people don't like, because I still try to relate to them and see it from their perspective, and just, I love that.
Michael Hubert, we are over time.
Yes.
I could do 2 more hours of this.
I know.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Kyle.
You should take it over, though, to pitch the end of your show. I mean, this is still Huber Syndrome.
Yes, Kyle, thank you for doing that, man. Thank you, Ian and Ben, for waiting around. We're a little overtime here, bumping up against some stuff. I hope you liked Syndrome with the Allies. We will be back next week with the regular format.
Gotta be a Shenmue up, right?
We're going to be talking about Shenmue.
Yes.
So prepare for that. That will be Wednesday for patrons, Thursday for everyone else. Hope you enjoyed this 2 month actually.
Yeah, it was long, yeah.
This 2 month Syndrome with the Allies marathon. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the whole thing, how you want to see it come back, if you do it all, or if you want to see any changes, what we should do with it. Thanks so much.